Hi. So, if you're watching this video, it is because I can't be with you right now. I'm filming this on Tuesday night. So, what is your yesterday? I'm getting my second dose of the Moderna vaccine tomorrow, and I've heard some horror stories from a few folks about just getting a little sick with the vaccine. So if you're seeing my face via video right now and not at live stream, it's because I'm probably handling some symptoms based on that vaccine. Thank you so much for being here. I just want to talk you through a couple of things that I would have done in person in this distanced world, and then give you a couple of slides to interact with here. So if we were together, we would have done this all together, which is a pretty typical opening screen for your child's English class. When they log on, they will gather up their digital notebook, which looks like this and has different sections for vocabulary notes. That happens on Monday. Pre-writes and journal happens all the time, and the rest we do depending on whatever we're working on. They'll also type into the chat. So a kind of quick way to monitor what's going on if you're in the periphery is if you hear music coming from the computer, it means that your student should probably have that digital notebook out. The next slide is a welcome slide. We would have done this all together as a school community, but it's a pretty typical kind of feeling for what a warm-up is. There's a timer that runs, I'll play music, and your student does the warm-up, whether it's a journal entry, a list, a grammar exercise, whatever it is, in the pre-writes and journal section of their notebook. So again, if you hear music coming through the speakers in your kid's computer and it sounds like the music of a millennial, they should be writing in their digital notebook. All right, let's take a look back at what else we would have done together. I just wanted to put this on your radar. This is a great moment to screenshot or take a quick picture. It was also emailed out via those weekly English updates. Your child is reading either Piecing Me Together, or if they've previously read that or studied it, they're reading Dear Martin, and this is their reading schedule. So they can access that schedule also via their Dialog Journals, which they can find in Canvas under modules, and then our unit module, which is the second one down. So the Dialog Journals will be a place where your student records quotes and then why they stood out to them, gives a little kind of response here. And the amount of entries depends on a must do, a should do, or an aspire to level, wherever you think is the best fit for you and your child and your family. It can vary week to week. So must do would be like a 3 out of 4 scoring, should do would be 4 out of 4, and aspire to is for students who want to do a little bit of extra work. Maybe they have a lot of passion for the topic or the content, or maybe they just have a little bit more bandwidth because it was a light week in physics or something. So all of our deadlines are here. By the end of spring break, your student should have finished that book. And then, of course, they're recording their Dialog Journal entries in Canvas. Let's take a look at Canvas together, and then I'll let you explore some of these interactive slides. So when your student goes to our class Canvas page, they already know how to access class links. I want to point out that office hours are Wednesdays 11:30 to 12:30 for me, and you can just have your kids show up and work on their stuff with me just poking in to say, hi, how's it going? It is not required, it is optional. Everything that happens in our class happens in modules, more or less. So they can go into modules, they'll find that digital notebook they use every day. Our unit module will have all of the resources that they might need throughout the entire unit, as well as usually 1 or 2 aspire to optional assignments that if maybe at some point during the unit they want to expand their knowledge, they're welcome to press themselves forward. Again, totally optional. Underneath our unit module are always our weeks module, and that has Monday async work. This is usually something like vocabulary notes and some sort of small lesson. Our vocabulary quiz that happens every Monday, the week's skill mastery assignment, and then additional resources. I want to talk for just a moment about additional resources. This is a great place if you have a learner that tends to maybe learn either faster or slower than their peers. This allows them to access synchronous class slides and class notes. It also usually gives them a few extension options and then a few support options. Let me show you a previous week's example here. So if we look here, we can see student examples, we can see YouTube tutorials, we can see graphic organizers, but we can also see professional examples and then research extension options for things brought up in class. If your kid is falling behind or getting bored, direct them to each week's additional resources. It will always be there for a little bit of support. All right, I wish I could be with you, and I appreciate your patience and grace. Please feel free to work through the rest of these slides. It'll ask you a couple of questions and include a link to the syllabus to check out. Thank you so much, and I will talk to you later. Bye.